If you're a Muslim looking to build an online business that's 100% halal, profitable, and scalable, then you need to watch this video. Most business models out there come with hidden risks, riba, haram products, unethical practices. But today, I'll break down the best halal business models and reveal the ultimate business model you should start in 2025. One that's not only halal, but also highly profitable and beginner friendly. If you're new here, my name is Omar, and I've been running online businesses since 2017. Over the years, I've tried almost every online business model you can think of. Amazon FBA, dropshipping, print on demand, freelancing, selling courses, you name it. Alhamdulillah, I've made over $2 million online, Allahumma barik. And today, I'll break down what I've learned so you don't waste time on the wrong business model. So let's get right into it. First, what makes a business halal and worth it? To find the best online businesses, we'll compare them using these 7 factors that, in my opinion, are the best factors to consider for a long-term, sustainable halal business that isn't just a trend. Well, first and foremost, is it halal? Does it follow Islamic guidelines? So, no interest, riba, no gambling-like risk, no haram products, no unethical practices, no deceit or false advertising. The second thing we're going to look at is startup costs. Can you start with a small budget, or does it require a big investment? Number 3, beginner friendly. Can a complete beginner get results, or do you need advanced skills? Number 4, scalability. Can this business grow to 10,000 a month, up to 50,000 a month, and beyond, or does it hit a ceiling? Number 5, can it run without you? It's important that it runs without you to live the lifestyle you want to live. And this is a factor that I never see anyone considering when choosing a business. Number 6, exit strategy. Can you actually sell this business? And number 7, profit margins. How much do you actually keep? Because a business that makes $100,000 a month but only keeps $10,000 in profit isn't great. All right, now that we have the 7 criteria, let's compare the most popular business models and see which one wins. And make sure to stay till the end as I'll reveal the business model that I have used to make past 7 figures, alhamdulillah. Now, before we begin, please note that these are generalizations based on my own expertise. There are certainly success stories in each of these businesses that we'll go over, but they are usually exceptions. The first, dropshipping. Dropshipping is an e-commerce model where you sell products online without holding inventory. So you basically list products from suppliers on your own website or a Shopify store, and when a customer orders your product, the supplier ships the product directly to them. Your profit is the difference between the selling price and the supplier cost, including advertising costs. Now, is this halal? Debatable. Some scholars say that it's not, because you don't have the product at hand, but others say that it's halal. So I'll leave this up to you, because I'm not a scholar, so you can have your own opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below. However, another thing is that many suppliers don't even own stock and cancel orders, which is considered gharar, uncertain. When it comes to startup costs, generally it's low. You'll need about $500 to $2,000 to start a dropshipping business for ads, Shopify, and product testing. Is it beginner friendly though? It's not. It's actually very hard because you must learn Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or any ads skills. You need to learn product research, and you need to learn how to film creatives, and of course customer service. Also, what most people don't tell you is that you will most likely face issues such as Stripe accounts getting closed, Facebook ad accounts getting suspended, card chargebacks from customers, refunds and cancellation, and you are relying on suppliers. So if the supplier suddenly decides not to ship your product, it's game over. So if you're new to the world of online business, this is going to get very difficult. Now, when it comes to scalability, actually it's pretty high, but you get thin margins, usually 15 to 30%, which means that if you want to make $15,000 to $30,000 per month in profits, you're looking at $100,000 per month in sales, in revenue, to make good money. Now, can it run without you? Yes, but only after every system has been set up. In the beginning, you'll most likely need to do everything. And even at advanced stages, you'll most likely keep on doing the advertising and marketing yourself. When it comes to the exit strategy, yes, you can exit this business, but it's pretty hard to sell, especially if it's built around one trending product at a time. So unless you're able to brand it properly, it's not going to be easy to sell it. Now, profit margins, as we said earlier, 15 to 30%. If you make 100K a month, you get to keep 15 to 30K. And to make 100K a month is usually already very complex. So the verdict, this business model is profitable, but it's highly risky and unstable. So that's a no for me. Second business model, Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. Now, Amazon FBA is another e-commerce model which allows you to sell products on Amazon while Amazon handles storage, shipping, and customer service. I'm very familiar with this business model as I started it myself and I have an agency around it. You essentially just need to buy inventory upfront, send it to Amazon's warehouse, and then they fulfill the orders for you. Now let's come to the criteria. Is it halal? Yes. You have purchased the products and you have sent them to Amazon's warehouse. So no problem here, unless you're selling haram items, of course. When it comes to startup costs, it's quite high. With the current competition, especially if you're selling in the US, you need at least $10,000 to start learning, inventory, creatives, shipping, and fees. And of course, advertising as well. Is it beginner friendly? It's not. It's very difficult. You must learn product research, sourcing, logistics, Amazon's ranking system, which is something most coaches don't talk about. And even if you select a good product, it's difficult to rank it because you'll need a very good budget and know what you're doing to promote that product. Scalability. Scalability is high, but Amazon takes 30 to 40% of your revenue in fees. And it will only be scalable if you add more and more products, which will require more money for inventory. Now, can it run without you? Yes, that's good. What about exit strategy? It's possible, but it requires at least 2 years of solid profits to sell. And actually, this is the best way to make money from this business model in particular. Most Amazon sellers make their money by selling their business rather than running it. Now, when it comes to profit margin, you're looking at 15 to 25% if you're lucky. So if you make 100,000 a month, you keep 15,000 to 25,000 a month. And trust me, $100,000 a month on Amazon is not very easy, especially when starting out. So the verdict, this business model is good for those with capital, but Amazon controls everything. Now moving on to the third business model, print on demand. Essentially, this is a business model where custom designs are printed on products like t-shirt, mugs, phone cases, only after a sale is made. The printing company handles production and shipping, while you just focus on design and marketing. For this business model, is it halal? Generally, yes, there is no problem. What about startup costs? Quite low. $100 to $500 for maybe a Shopify store and your design. And even less if you use print-on-demand companies, but this increases the competition. Is it beginner-friendly? Not that much. Medium, because you need to learn design, branding, and ads. Is it scalable? It's very hard to scale because most designs don't sell and you compete with millions of others. Now, can it run without you? Yes, no problem here. What about the exit strategy? No, because it's usually tied with your designs and your store. But again, if branded properly and you have a predictable source of sales, then yes, it could possibly sell. What about profit margins? Here you're looking at 10 to 25% in profit margins. So again, if you want to make 10K a month, you have to take into account that if it's like 10%, you will have to make 100K in revenue. Now the verdict, it's low risk, but also low success chances and hard to scale. So that's also a no for me. The fourth one, selling info products. Essentially, you create a digital product such as a PDF or a course that teaches a skill or knowledge and sell it for a profit. This is often done through platforms like Teachable, Kajabi, or personal websites too. Now, this requires a lot of upfront efforts in order to create the content, but long term, it has a high earning potential. Let's go through the criteria. Is it halal? Yes, unless there is something misleading about the way you market, but usually it's halal. Startup costs, low to medium, let's say $500 to $5,000 if you include video production, hosting, and marketing. Now, is it beginner friendly? Absolutely not. It's actually hard because you need expertise and then you need strong marketing skills. Plus, if it revolves around you, so it's a personal brand, you need to be present at all times. Now, the good part is that in terms of scalability, it's very high. You can actually make 100K plus per launch, but only if you're great at sales and you have experience in doing it. Now, can it run without you? Most of the times, no, it cannot run without you because it's tied to your personal brand. So you have to be there. But if not, it's also not a source of consistent revenue for years. It always requires updates from experts. Now, can you exit? Is there an exit strategy? Possible, but very rare. Most course businesses, they die when creators stop because the business, again, is tied to a personal brand and new updates and new courses are always needed to maintain revenues. So the potential investors and buyers, they won't buy this business. It's pretty much useless. Now, when it comes to profit margins, they're quite high here. We're talking about 60 to 90% if you don't rely on ads. So if you aim for 100K a month, you get to keep 60 to 90K in cash collected. So the verdict, it's really great for experts, but very hard for beginners. Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the like button and subscribe for more. Now let's move on to the fifth one, affiliate marketing. This is one of my favorite business models, and I've actually made quite a good amount from it. The way it works is that you promote other people's products or services and earn a commission per sale. This can be done through blogs, YouTube, social media, or email marketing. It requires generating traffic consistently and trust with your audience. Now let's come to the criteria. Is it halal? Of course, yes, but it also depends. Like it can not be halal if you promote products or services that are haram, like gambling, alcohol, and riba-based services. Now, when it comes to startup costs, very low. You can start with $0 to $500 for a website, content, and start marketing. Is it beginner friendly? No, unfortunately, it's quite hard. You need to learn SEO, content creation, or paid ads to drive traffic. Essentially, it's called affiliate marketing for a reason. You really need to learn marketing for you to be able to make money from this business model. Now, when it comes to scalability, it's quite high, but it's extremely slow. It usually takes 6 to 12 months of consistent work to start seeing some results. But once you do, it can scale. Now, can it run without you? Not really, unless you're selling using ads or through ways like content automation without showing your face. In this case, you can make it run without you. But if it's through your content, then sales depend on you. Exit strategy. Now, this is possible, especially if it's like a blog with consistent traffic. You can sell it for 30 to 40x the monthly profit you make. Now, blogs are getting less now popular because of the AI changes on Google's algorithm. So this is getting less and less profitable. Now, when it comes to profit margins, here you're looking at 80 to 95%. So if you make 10K a month, you get to keep 8 to 9.5K since there are no product costs. Except, of course, if you're running ads to sell. Then here you have to take into account how much you're promoting. So the verdict, it's a great for long-term play, but it's slow to start and requires lots of time and learning. Now here things are getting interesting. Number 6, something called drop servicing. Now, drop servicing essentially is a service-based business where you sell services at a higher price, and then you outsource the actual work to freelancers. So here you're acting as a middleman, managing communication between clients and service providers. So let's look at the criteria for this business model. Is it halal? Yes, as long as you provide real value and don't deceive clients. The key is ensuring quality control and transparency in your service delivery. What about startup costs? They are generally low. You only need $50 to $300 of a budget for a website, marketing tools, and initial outreach, and then you can get started. Is it beginner friendly? I'd say medium. You don't need to be an expert in a specific skill because you're using somebody else's skill, but you must learn sales, marketing, and project management to manage freelancers effectively, but it's much less difficult than the others. What about scalability? Here I'd say is moderate. You can scale by increasing clients and using better freelancers, but quality control can become challenging when outsourcing everything. Now, can it run without you? If you are still the middleman, no, because since you're the middleman, you need to actively find clients, manage projects, and ensure delivery. What about the exit strategy? It's difficult in this case. It's hard to sell a drop servicing business unless you have a strong brand, recurring clients, and automations in place. Now, let's talk about profit margins. We're talking around 50 to 80%. So if you sell a service for $1,000 and pay freelancers $300 for the same service, you get to keep $700 in profits. So the verdict, it's very good for the beginners, but it's hard to scale. It's a quick way to start making money, but long-term success depends on how well you systematize operations. Which now takes me to the best halal online business model for beginners in 2025, which I also call Dropservicing 2.0. It's something that I decided to call the officeless agency, and it's the business model that I've been running since 2017 and nobody talks about. Now, this business model, consider it as drop servicing. However, instead of just outsourcing work to random freelancers like regular drop servicing, you build a remote team of trained professionals and offer premium services. So it's one step beyond drop servicing, where you build your in-house team of freelancers instead of relying on random outsourcing. This creates way better quality control, allows for premium pricing, and makes scaling way more predictable. So here's how it works. You choose a high demand service, for example, branding, lead gen, video editing. Then you hire freelancers in-house on a per task basis and train them to provide top quality work. And the third step is to sell high ticket services and position yourself as an agency owner and not as a middleman. So let's take it through the criteria again. First of all, is it halal? Yes, just like drop servicing. As long as no riba, no gambling, and it's an ethical business, it's simply trading, but instead of trading products, you're trading creative work. In terms of startup costs, it's quite low. Same as drop servicing, 200 to 500 for a website, branding, and marketing, and you're good to go. Is it beginner friendly? Yes, you don't need advanced skills, just basic business knowledge. What about scalability? It's quite high. You can grow up to 10K to 50K a month rather quickly. For example, I reached 10K a month the second month I started this business. And since you're the owner of that digital officeless agency, you can easily start multiple ones once the first one is fully automated. Now, can it run without you? Yes, because it's positioned as a real agency without your name or presence required. So you can simply hire somebody to do the project management for you. Does it have an exit strategy? Yes, because unlike freelancing, you can't sell an agency. It's not a personal brand. And on the contrary, if you as the business owner are completely out of this business, it becomes an extremely attractive business for investors to buy. Now let's look at profit margins. Similarly to drop servicing, we're looking at 50 to 80% of profit margin. So if you make 100K a month, you get to keep 50 to 80K a month. So verdict, this is hands down the best business model in 2025 and the one that I recommend you starting. I've built multiple businesses using this exact same method. And if you want to learn more about how to start it effectively, I've got a free training where I break down the entire process step by step, and also for a chance to work one-on-one with me to build your own officeless agency. I'll leave the link down in the description below for you to check it out. Now, did I miss anything? Do you have any questions or comments? Leave them in the comment section below, or also join my free community of Muslims entrepreneurs while still open. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.